Welcome to Injustice Media. I'm your host, Gucci J. Today we look at another case. British woman found guilty of lying about Cyprus gang rape. Let's look into this one.
At a Cypriot court, a British woman who says she was gang raped by 12 Israeli tourists. And yet today, she was the one on trial, convicted of the crime of public mischief, effectively found guilty of fabricating a horrendous attack.
The decision of the
Found guilty of fabricating a horrific attack.
court is respected. However, we respectfully disagree with it. We believe that there have been many violations in the procedure and the rights of fair trial of our client have been violated. We are planning to appeal the decision to the Supreme Court, hoping that our client will find justice in Cyprus.
This is a hard one, because, when the procedure and policies ain't followed, it can be an injustice, you know what I mean? It could be grounds to appeal on it if they don't follow the right procedures in it. But like she's got loads of protection though. She's got bodyguards, got face covering and everything. Don't know, could be telling the truth, but we're seeing it.
The woman, who comes from Derbyshire and can't be named, was on a working holiday at the resort of Ayia Napa in July. She says she was repeatedly assaulted by the group. Police arrested the tourists, but then the woman signed a statement retracting her accusation.
Why did you sign a statement retracting the allegations? Was you under duress? I don't understand that. Why would you do that if supposedly this happened?
The men were allowed to go home. But during the trial, she told the court she had been raped, that it was the...
No, she's saying she had been when she withdrew a statement. This is like inconsistent, isn't it?
Cypriot police who pushed her to retract those claims.
Also, the police. So you're basically saying the police is corrupt. Yeah?
That was a suggestion the judge dismissed, saying the woman was simply ashamed.
What do you think, though? Like, what do you think? Because she retracted a statement because the police pressured her or whatnot. Judge is saying the reason why you retract it is because you're ashamed. You get me? You're ashamed of having sex with multiple people and it's got out there, type of thing.
Outside the court, protesters offered support and claimed that violence against women is routinely ignored in Cyprus.
We disagree with the judgment. That's why we are here in support of the young British lady who, instead of being the complainant for the rape, she has been converted into an accused person.
A forensic pathologist said the woman had suffered injuries consistent with rape. Today,
so she had no solicitor. There's independent analysis stating that it's consistent of rape. This looks like it could be an injustice on her half.
the lawyer representing the Israeli tourist, though, sounded almost euphoric.
I hope the court will impose a hard punishment to reflect the damage done to my client. I'm glad to hear that the court convened the goal, and I very, very happy.
The British government has said this is a deeply distressing case and said it was supporting the woman and her family. She is said to be traumatized and has already lodged an appeal against her conviction. Adam Parsons, Sky News.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Gonna have to look at see if we can find anything else, because must be something. See if we can find anything.
Saving money on flights is a breeze on Kayak, Heather. Kayak compares prices from hundreds.
See if we can find something else, because it's a hard one.
A British teenager has been given a 4-month suspended sentence after being found guilty of lying about gang rape in Cyprus.
So she got a 4-month suspended sentence. Madness.
The 19-year-old hugged her family and left court weeping after she was sentenced for public mischief. Her sentence was suspended for 3 years, and she has been ordered to pay €148, £125, in legal fees. The
She has to pay how much?
for 3 years, and she has been ordered to pay €148,
148 euros.
£125, in legal fees.
125 pound in legal fees. That's cheap. £125 legal fees.
The teenager now plans to return to the UK. Women's rights groups protested outside court ahead of the sentencing. BBC correspondent Anna Holligan said the puffy-eyed teenager embraced her mother as chants of "We believe you" and "No means no" filtered into the courtroom from the protest outside. Supporters from Cyprus and a group of 50 women who traveled from Israel gathered outside the Famagusta District Court on Tuesday holding placards. The teenager's mother shouted, "She's coming home," to the group following sentencing, and told reporters she felt relieved. Addressing the crowd outside court, the teenager's mother said, "I just want to thank each and every one of you for turning up today, having belief, having faith, and making sure we get justice." In court, Judge Michalis Papathanasiou told her he was giving her a second chance. The 19-year-old was convicted following a trial after recanting a claim that she was raped in a hotel room in July. The woman has said Cypriot police made her falsely confess to lying about the incident at a hotel, something police have denied.
It's a hard one. She could have been raped, because they didn't follow the right procedures in it, so.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson was pleased that she can now return to the UK, his spokesman said. A statement added that the UK would work with Cyprus and other countries to ensure that such a case could not happen again. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab told reporters at RAF Northolt that he would be following up some of the issues in relation to the case. The woman's lawyer, Lewis Power QC, said she would be returning to the UK on Tuesday. Speaking to BBC News, he said the case was not finished by any means, and that he would be appealing the conviction. He said, "We will be seeking an expedited appeal to the Supreme Court of Cyprus, and we will also be considering going to the European Court of Human Rights. We do not feel we have had justice in terms of how the trial progressed, the manner in which it was conducted, the initial police investigation, and the fact that we feel she did not receive a fair trial." During sentencing, the judge said he was troubled about the case.
See if we can find something else.
All the evidence shows that she had lied and prevented the police from doing other serious jobs, he said. 12 people were arrested and 7 of them were there for at least 10 days. That was also a serious offense. Her psychological state, her youth, that she has been away from her family, her friends and academic studies this year. This has led me to decide to give her a second chance and suspend the sentence for 3 years. Israeli lawyer Nir Islovich, who represented 4 of the 12 men in the case, welcomed the decision. What was important to us was that she would be convicted of the charges brought against her, he said. That happened with full adoption of the facts as presented by my clients.
Imagine telling the police you've been the victim of rape, only to find yourself on trial. Your right to anonymity barely protected by a makeshift scarf. That was the reality for this teenager.
Okay, so that's why she's got the scarf. She's got so basically people what make allegations of rape have their identity hidden, basically, so people don't know who they are. But really, if she's found to be lying or said it didn't take place, then that should be reversed, isn't it?
And it sparked a wave of protest, right up till the moment a judge overturned the now 21-year-old's conviction, to her lawyer's delight.
The young and vulnerable woman was not only mistreated when she reported the rape.
She got a conviction overturned. Wow.
To the police, but then she was put through a trial process that was manifestly unfair.
It was July 2020 in the
What year is this? 3 years ago. She had unfair trial then?
resort of Ayia Napa when she reported being raped. Questioned without a lawyer by police, she says she was pressured to retract her account. When she did, she was imprisoned for a month and eventually given a suspended sentence of 3 years.
This is a hard one, you know. It's a hard one because she said she wasn't given a lawyer and she signed a statement to retract the allegations, you get me, of rape. So it's a hard one, but if she hasn't got a solicitor, then obviously that's a violation, isn't it, of the PACE Act.
To the disbelief of legal experts who stepped in to fight her case.
I've spoken to her earlier and her mother. There's a mixed sense of emotions, relief, but joy also. She has been totally vindicated. She has shown such strength and fortitude throughout and courage, and we're immensely proud of her.
Sentiments echoed in a statement from her family saying, whilst this decision doesn't excuse the way she was treated by the police or the judge or those in authority, it does bring with it the hope that my daughter's suffering will at last bring positive changes in the way that victims of crime are treated. The young Israelis she accused of rape could now face a full investigation. Their lawyers stressing tonight that the ruling doesn't mean they committed any offence. But their alleged victims' refusal to remain silent has at last been recognised as courage rather than a crime. Rachel Younger, News at 10.
First of all, how do you get yourself in that position where you're in a room with bare men having sex? How do you put yourself in that position? Secondly, why would you sign a statement stating it didn't take place? And thirdly, why do you not have a solicitor? So this one's a hard one, you know what I mean? I think basically she's lying. That's what I think. But I could be wrong. I think she's lying. And because they didn't follow the policy, the procedure and policies properly, innit, she got her conviction overturned through a loophole. You know what I mean? But, or it could be true. Who knows? You decide. Tell me what you think. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one. Gone.